Every day we find ourselves walking the intricate pathways of social interactions, navigating through a maze of words, gestures, and expectations. Among these, some of the most piercing challenges emerge from the stinging barbs of belittling comments. These remarks, like tiny cuts, may seem insignificant at first, but their wounds can echo far deeper, leaving a lasting sting. Yet what if I told you that the ancient Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, have provided us with a map to maintain our dignity and composure, even in the face of such adversity? Today, we journey into the heart of Stoicism, diving into the ancient teachings that can help us address a problem as old as human communication itself: how to respond when someone seeks to diminish us with their words. This isn't just about silencing negativity or fending off insults. It's about transforming these sharp moments into powerful opportunities for personal growth. By standing tall in the face of such words, we assert our strength in ways that are both profound and impactful. So, if you've ever felt your self-esteem erode under the weight of a cruel remark and wished you had responded with more grace or authority, stay with us. We're about to uncover timeless strategies that will not only help you retain your composure, but also enhance how you are perceived by others, and, most importantly, how you perceive yourself. Before we embark on this transformative exploration, if you find value in this journey and want to continue learning how to turn life's challenges into stepping stones, all I ask is that you hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss a moment of this video, as each part builds upon the last, equipping you with the tools to not just survive, but thrive in adversity. Belittling comments, though small in the grand scheme, can feel like jabs aimed directly at our self-worth. They may seem like fleeting words, but their impact often ripples deeper than the immediate sting. When someone makes a remark intended to put us down, it isn't merely a test of our emotional resilience. It's an opportunity to practice the timeless principles of Stoicism. Remember the Stoic wisdom that external events cannot harm us, but our perceptions of those events hold the power to wound. When faced with such disparaging remarks, the key is to manage our perception, to protect our inner peace. Let's consider a common scenario. Imagine you're at a team meeting, presenting a new idea. Instead of receiving constructive feedback, a colleague dismissively sneers, "That might be the worst idea I've heard." In this moment, you might feel your face flush with embarrassment or anger. But from a Stoic perspective, this is the perfect moment to practice detachment and objectivity. As Marcus Aurelius once advised, reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. The sting of the comment, however harsh it may sound, only holds the power you allow it to. Instead of internalizing the remark as a reflection of your worth, try seeing it as a mere reflection of the speaker's perspective, their current state of mind, or perhaps their own insecurities. This wisdom also aligns with the psychological insights of Carl Jung, who taught that everything we find irritating in others can be a mirror to our own unresolved issues. If a comment stings, it might reveal areas of insecurity or self-doubt we harbor deep within. Recognizing this can be the first step toward personal growth, rather than a setback. Consider another example. You receive a performance review, and your manager criticizes your recent project more harshly than you expected. Instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to pause. Analyze the feedback. Is there truth in it? Can you improve, or has the criticism been exaggerated? Here, the advice of Aristotle comes to mind. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. By critically evaluating the feedback, you can decide whether it's constructive or merely baseless criticism. Choosing to learn and grow from it, rather than being diminished, embodies a core Stoic principle. Handling belittling comments with grace also involves recognizing the intent behind them. Often, such remarks spring from the speaker's own insecurities or need to assert dominance. Understanding this allows us to shift our perspective from one of victimhood to one of empathy. This doesn't mean excusing their behavior, but rather seeing it for what it truly is. A manifestation of their issues, not yours. By embracing these Stoic responses, we embody the ideal of equanimity. Every belittling comment, then, transforms from a potential wound into a powerful teacher. It teaches us not only about our vulnerabilities but also about our capacity for compassion, patience, and growth. Each challenge strengthens our ability to remain poised under pressure and uphold our integrity in the face of adversity. In responding thoughtfully, rather than with bitterness or resentment, we enhance our character and our ability to rise above. This is the true power of Stoicism, the art of turning challenges into opportunities for personal and ethical development. When faced with a belittling comment, our instinct might be to retaliate or internalize the hurt. Yet, one surprisingly simple but profoundly impactful Stoic-inspired strategy is to calmly ask the person to repeat their remark. This may seem counterintuitive at first. Why would you want to hear something hurtful a second time? But therein lies the power of this strategy. It shifts the dynamics of the interaction. Imagine, for instance, that you're in a social setting and someone makes a comment about your recent job change saying, "Wow, you switched jobs again? Must be tough sticking with anything, huh?" Instead of reacting defensively, asking them to repeat their words forces them to reconsider their actions. Often this leads to a realization of the weight of their words, something they might not have fully considered when speaking impulsively. Plato once said, "Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something." By asking someone to repeat a belittling comment, you are encouraging them to reflect on whether their words truly have meaning or whether they were simply uttered to fill the silence or assert dominance. This pause creates room for introspection and may lead to them rephrasing or even retracting their initial statement. Moreover, this strategy aligns with the Stoic practice of focusing on what we can control, our response, rather than trying to control the actions of others. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By calmly asking someone to repeat their remark, you take control of the interaction, setting the tone and pace rather than passively accepting their words or escalating the tension. This strategy also capitalizes on a psychological principle, the discomfort of repetition. When asked to repeat something potentially embarrassing or aggressive, people often experience cognitive dissonance. Their internal conflict between social norms of respect and their actions creates a moment of discomfort, which can discourage them from repeating the comment, or at least lead them to reconsider its impact. In this brief pause, you gain valuable time to steady your emotions and craft a composed, thoughtful response. This not only upholds your dignity, but also demonstrates a measured, thoughtful approach to conflict, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. This approach also sends a clear message about boundaries. By not letting belittling comments slide, you show others that their words have weight, and you expect a certain level of respect. It's a silent assertion of your values, without confrontation, setting the tone for how you wish to be treated. The beauty of this strategy lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require eloquent speeches or sharp retorts. It's an accessible tool for anyone, regardless of their comfort with verbal confrontation, allowing anyone to stand up for themselves with grace and self-respect. Ultimately, the act of making someone repeat their belittling words embodies Stoic principles, focusing on what we can control, our response, and turning a negative interaction into an opportunity for growth and personal strength. By doing so, we not only diffuse the immediate situation but also foster a long-term understanding of how thoughtful communication can prevent future conflicts. Often, the simplest responses are the most profound. In the quiet wisdom of restraint and reflection, there is a profound power in silence, a subtle strength that speaks volumes without uttering a word. It is not the quiet of submission, but the silence of wisdom, a purposeful pause that reverberates louder than the harshest words. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "He who does not wish to speak is heard more powerfully." This is not a silence born of weakness or acceptance. It is the silence of deliberate choice, a reflection of inner strength, self-control, and peace. Imagine yourself standing in the midst of a heated exchange, where the air is thick with tension. Someone, perhaps with cutting words, questions your judgment or your abilities in a way that feels deeply personal. In that moment, the instinct to retaliate, to strike back with words just as sharp, can be overwhelming. Yet the power lies in the act of doing nothing. In choosing to remain silent, you step away from the emotional whirlpool and preserve your inner tranquility. You prevent the situation from spiraling further into chaos and allow the space for reflection, both for yourself and for the other person. In this sacred pause, the speaker may begin to hear the weight of their own words, to feel the sting of their harshness, and in turn, to reconsider their tone. Silence, as a strategy, echoes the teachings of Plato, who believed that true harmony in the soul arises when its parts are aligned, not in conflict. By refraining from responding to provocation, you safeguard the harmony of your soul, refusing to let external forces disturb your inner peace. This idea of harmony, central to Stoicism, teaches us the vital importance of consistency between belief and action. By remaining silent, you remain true to your values, unshaken by the external judgments or petty provocations of others. It is a silent declaration that their words, whether harsh, belittling, or manipulative, are beneath you, not worthy of your engagement. Silence also serves as a mirror to the one who speaks in anger or disrespect. When you refuse to respond, the words hang in the air, a heavy silence that reflects back their own bitterness. This moment of quiet discomfort can spark a rare but necessary reflection, an opportunity for personal growth and awareness. It is often through such uncomfortable silences that the deepest realizations are born. This practice of silence is not passive. Rather, it is a deeply strategic tool. Carl Jung, who delved into the complexities of the human psyche, might suggest that in moments of silence we protect not only our conscious mind but also respect the unconscious processes that guide our reactions. By pausing, we create space to reflect, to allow our deeper values to govern our response. In professional settings, silence can be a powerful tool, a weapon of control. Imagine being confronted with a sharp, belittling remark in a meeting or negotiation. By holding your tongue, you change the entire dynamic of the conversation. The silence compels the other party to fill the void, sometimes leading them to backpedal, rethink their words, or offer more thoughtful, constructive responses. It shifts the balance of power, giving you the opportunity to steer the discussion toward a more positive and productive direction. Embracing silence is not about withdrawing or submitting to others. It is an active choice, a powerful exercise in discernment. It is the ability to choose when to speak and when to allow your silence to carry more weight than any words ever could. Not every comment warrants a response. Sometimes, the most profound reply is no reply at all. In choosing silence, you reaffirm your self-respect and commitment to higher standards of interaction, standards that transcend petty disputes and focus on personal integrity and peace. This quiet strength, this embrace of silence, is a testament to your commitment to Stoic principles. It is a reminder that in the face of provocation, we can choose to respond not with impulsivity or anger, but with a dignified silence that speaks volumes about our character, our discipline, and our resolve. Within this community, each of you contributes to the essence of Stoic philosophy, not merely through abstract theories, but through the practical application of these timeless teachings in everyday life. Your stories, your reflections, your moments of grace under pressure, enrich us all, teaching us how to embody virtue and contentment in a world full of noise and conflict. As we reflect on the wisdom of Stoicism, let us remember that it is in the daily, small moments, how we manage criticism, how we hold our peace, how we choose our responses, that we truly embody the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. I invite you to take these strategies we've discussed today and weave them into the fabric of your life. Watch as they transform not only how you feel, but also how others respond to you. Thank you for sharing this space with me, for being an integral part of Stoic mindset. Every question you ask, every insight you share, strengthens not only your growth but the growth of our entire community. The path of Stoicism is one of continual learning, personal development, and deepening peace. There is always something more to understand, a deeper level of serenity to attain. So let us continue this journey together, reflecting, learning, and engaging in dialogue that has the power to transform lives. Let's strengthen our resolve to live wisely and well, according to the timeless virtues of Stoicism.